But actually, don't walk away too soon, because we have some excitement during the transition, and so we're going to go over to Michael.
Hello, everyone. These panels have been fantastic. Thank you all for sticking with us. The next panel, as you've heard, is going to be at 7. It's going to be about the Green New Deal. I'm very excited about that. But in the meantime, I wanted to take a moment to spread the word of the Democratic Socialists of America. As I was volunteering for Bernie, I was very much in electoral politics, but now that the campaign has ended, I'm thinking, how am I going to be involved? What am I gonna, what in non-electoral ways? So the Democratic Socialists of America, which have participated in some of our panels over this weekend, they have meetings, weekly meetings, sometimes on immigration justice, on the Green New Deal, environmental issues, electoral and non-electoral politics, trying to build an economy and a politics and a society that works for everyone and not just the wealthy few. So, even if you're not brushed up on your Eugene Debs or even your Karl Marx, you can still join the Democratic Socialists of America, as I have. So please consider that. Now, we've got a poll that's coming up. Many of you participated in a poll on many of the issues that we've been discussing. And so, Lauren, I want you to prepare that. And as you're preparing that, I just want to take a few minutes. I think we've had a lot of great speakers, a lot of great progressive speakers throughout this, but I've been kind of feeling that as an olive branch, that maybe we just extend just maybe 60 seconds to just a real corporate Democrat. I thought just to get all the voices out there. So I brought someone very special. For us. Please, just one moment, please. Just one moment, please. You'll be very pleased. You will be very pleased to see.
And for those who don't know, Michael Wakcher is a dynamite Bernie volunteer that I volunteered with before the primary. He is an elected delegate from CA 29 in the East San Fernando Valley. So thank you very much for providing this intermission presentation, Michael.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. But I am no longer Michael. I am a corporate Democrat here. I thank you very much for this time, hearing these beautiful ideas, these beautiful progressive ideas, bold ideas for America's future that I promise you I am going to stand in front of and make sure don't happen every single step of the way. But do not despair. I will make lots of money while doing it. I will make lots of money while doing it, because that money is exactly what makes this country go. We need that money to defeat the Republicans, who also take money. But our policies are very similar to theirs, very different from theirs. So do not despair, do not despair. We are here for you. I want to send out a word to the young people who are the future of America, the young people who are the future of America, which is why we are going to stay in power for as long as possible. So those 30 and 40-year-olds who we told were going to be the future of America, you're just going to have to wait, and now it's going to be the 20-year-olds that are going to be the future of America. We are going to cling as long as possible. We are going to make sure that any life-extending technologies are given to us first, the wealthy and well-connected, and are not distributed to all sorts with some sort of Medicare for all program. No, we will stay in power for as long as possible, and we will continue to insist that you are our allies. Do not despair about that. Yes, I was thinking of working with some of my Republican colleagues. I was thinking of becoming a Republican. No, I'm a Democrat. No, I was a Republican thinking of, I'm a Democrat. I am a Democrat. Do not hold me accountable. This is the most important thing. As we move forward together to defeat Donald Trump, do not hold me accountable. If you try to hold me accountable, then it would be very rude. It would be very rude. It would be very rude for you to say nasty things in the chat and boo at me, even as I suggest that we continue a foreign policy. That, yes, no, very rude, very rude. Our foreign policy will continue to kill civilians overseas, but it would be very rude to boo me. It would be very, very rude to boo me or to suggest that I should improve on my policies in—
You should improve on your policies in any way.
I assure you I will do no such thing. I will do no such thing unless I am pressured, oh so much, but even then, I have donors I must be accountable towards. Yes, I may even cynically invoke God. Yes, I will cynically invoke God. God is on our money is on God. I will moralize in order to get your support, even as I perpetuate atrocities. So thank you very much for this time. I am a corporate Democrat, and I look forward to working with all of you to defeat Donald Trump because even though the corporations pull my strings, at least I am not actually a corporation, which Donald Trump is. Thank you very much. And now, even though I am not, elections are not really, yeah, I understand we have a democracy, and because there was some voting going on, Lauren, I would love to hear from you about what that poll was that you were just doing as I go and attend a fundraiser that will make me lots of money and keep me well connected. Thank you.
Vote against fascism.
Ooh.
And for those who don't know, normally when there's a Democratic National Convention, or Republican one for that matter, there are lots and lots of these fundraisers to which the delegates are invited by big corporations and lobbyists. So that is one of the things that maybe as a blessing in disguise isn't happening out in the open this time. Go ahead, Lauren.
All right, so here's our survey results so far. So the first question was, which is the most important for the next administration to prioritize? So far in the lead, 73% is healthcare reform, which has been a very popular topic over this whole People's Assembly. The next one with 31% is people's bailout. So COVID-related bailout. Not too far from that. Oh, these ones are tied. Addressing climate change and addressing climate change. That's good that they're tied. Criminal justice reform is right there, as well as anti-corruption. And some people also wrote in some other ones here too, like legalized marijuana, Palestinian human rights, all the above and more. The next question was, does the selection of Kamala Harris as vice president influence your decision to vote for Joe Biden? Almost half of people said they're equally likely. 37% said less likely. And 7% said more likely. And there were some other write-ins there as well. Do you feel the Democratic Party sufficiently represents your political priorities? This was surprising to me to see that almost 60% of us said no, and they haven't for a really long time. Almost 30% said that they've strayed from your values in recent elections. And then about 6% said that in this election, you kind of decided they didn't represent you. We also had about 5% of maybes, and then another maybe like 4% of yeses. In terms of who has been attending, we have about 70% are self-identifying Democrats, 20% are not, 12% not sure. If you're a self-identifying Democrat, are you going to stay in the party after November? We have 35% says yes, 40% says not sure, and then we have 12% is it depends, and 12% no. This is an interesting one. What do you think is the biggest threat facing our nation? So you could pick multiple answers of this. So 57% of answers of people who responded, one of their answers was climate change, which is the highest one. Next is economic inequality and poverty. And then about equal here, we have loss of democracy and fascism. And then racial injustice and Donald Trump himself, because I think he does threaten a lot of these things on this list. Some other ones that were written in, of course, for-profit healthcare, or ending it, I'm sure. Or what's the biggest threat? Yeah, okay, good. Medicare for all, oligarchy, that would have been a good one to include, the climate crisis. So here's where we stand, and this is what, this is how we're feeling about things. So we're gonna, while we're doing this last panel, please feel free to take the poll so that we have some final results and we can see, you know, how we feel about everything and maybe what direction we should be going in the future. And then if we just have one more quick second, I will share just two really quick highlight videos from our from a Disneyland caravan protest that we did earlier this week on our National Day of Action when everybody voted no on the platform. We had a caravan of people who all went to Disneyland, which they were calling DismalLand, to protest in favor of Medicare for all.
Can I make a pitch while you're doing that? This is for donations. Is that okay, Lauren?
Okay, sure.
Okay, as you're lining that up, I just want to thank everyone on behalf of the team. It's all volunteers, Bernie delegates, and actually a number of activists from outside, like Faramars and others. So we really appreciate all the volunteer work. But of course, we have a few expenses. It's pretty amazing how minor they are. So we have some expenses for burritos for the Soledad rally yesterday. We decided to do what Bernie often did. He used to send pizzas to people like the Sunrise Movement when they protest in front of Nancy Pelosi's office. And so we have those expenses, and we also have software upgrade for, doing the live streaming. We wanted to be able to cover the expenses for John and Larry. And we also, if we get enough donation, we're thinking about creating a website and putting these, we're gonna chop up the recorded video from today and yesterday and put them up so that people can actually just watch individual panel discussions instead of the whole thing. And so it will be a virtual convention, shadow convention that people can get to more easily. So that's if we get enough support and donation. So I put in the chat the info you can donate to. So thank you so much and really appreciate your support.
Okay. Thanks, Mary. Okay, here is Eric from Tuesday's action.
It's August 11th, the day we vote no on the Democratic National Committee platform because it doesn't include Medicare for All. I'm here in Anaheim, and we're at a car rally with comrades and Medicare for All activists showing our discomfort and our anger with the Democratic Party on not including Medicare for All in their platform.
So this is the caravan, as you can see. They're making some noise for Medicare for All. And then they all got arrested.